Clearly, there are a lot of different factors that go into making a skier fast. Today, we're going to talk about 6 things on the equipment side that are fundamental aspects to make you go as fast as you can. The first equipment feature that we'll talk about is picking the right ski for you. What that means is finding the right shape of ski and potentially flex. The manufacturers are mandated by FIS to write the minimum turn radius on GS, Super G, downhill skis, which is for men 35 meter, and for women the minimum turn radius is 30 meter. Now, if you're fundamentally strong and have no problems making turns, it's probably better to have a ski that's not going to be right at that 35 or 30 meter limit. It could be better to have a ski that is a couple meters straighter. And what that's going to allow you to do as a fundamentally strong skier is let that ski drive downhill more. If you're not a really fundamentally strong skier or having a hard time making the turns, which most people fall in that category, you're going to want a ski that's going to be right at that 35 or 30 meter limit. It's not necessarily written on the skis, and there's a series of measurements that we can take off of the ski to find out exactly what the turn radius is, to find the ski that's going to be the right match for you. How do you find out what's the best match for you? Now that's the trick. A lot of times it's going to take getting out on snow and testing different types of skis and getting as much information with timer as you can, but that's not the easiest thing to have available to you. It's even hard for national team members who have a dedicated staff that are clock timing them all the time to find out exactly what they're on. So it's hard to get good information, but if you want to get the most out of your equipment, you've got to find a way to get timing and know exactly how you're skiing on your equipment. Now, a lot of people don't get out and use a clock and time equipment, and they go by feel. One of the things I'll say about that is a lot of times, if it feels good, it's usually slow. A ski that feels good is going to be turning a lot, and coming around and making a turn is not as fast as a ski that's going to drift straighter and down the hill more. So I always caution people to make sure that they are obviously timing their equipment and trying some different models or brands against one another on the same day to see how it feels, and also how fast it is on the clock. Things to keep in mind is be as objective as possible. Don't worry about how the ski necessarily feels underneath your foot. At first, just go out and ski, see what the clock says, and then from there look at the time and the data, get as many runs on the clock as you can, and then from there compare how it feels to how fast it was and make your selection.